Hi guys! Okay, this is going to be like a 40-50 minute workout. We're going to take out the stretching portion. I'm going to record that separate so that way you can do that anytime, any day. Obviously, cool towel, like that whole section will be out. So I would plan on like 40-ish minutes. But you'll just need like a 2 or 3 pound weight. If you're at home, you don't have weights, that's fine. Do a water bottle, a can of soup, do body weight, anything that gets you just your heart rate up. Ball is also optional. If you have a ball at home, if your kids have a ball in the garage, go ahead and grab that. Otherwise, that's also an option. So we're gonna start in a wide stance, heels dug into the mat. Inhale, deep breath, reach up. Exhale, press down. One more big reach up. Exhale, press down. Hands to the inside of your knees. Drop your right shoulder down. Switch left. Drop both hands to the center of your mat. Run your knees right and left. Shake your head yes and no. Stay center. Extend both legs up. Send your hips high. Hands all the way down to the mat. Walk both of your hands over to that left foot. Frame your left foot. Left hand stays down. Right arm extends up. Spinal twist. Right hand comes down to center. Walk back through center. Frame your left foot. Right hand stays down. Left hand extends up. Spinal twist opposite side. Bring your left hand back down. Walk back through center. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. As you reach the top, stack your forearms. Lift your knees. Lift it up and up. Point your toes. Relax your shoulders back and down. Drive those knees high. Add a press. 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 Drive your shoulders back or your elbows back behind you. Send your hands forward. Press. Press. Reach overhead. Lift it up. Up. As your heart rate begins to rise, set your intention for class today. Even though you're at home, bring that releve magic to your home. Something brought you to your mat today. Dig into that. Combine it. Reach it out and lift. Out and lift. Reach it out and lift. Out. Hold overhead. Drive those knees. Point those toes. Pull the belly button in. Lift. 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 Add a twist. Twist it right and left. Right and left. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Find that wide leg position. Inhale, deep breath. Reach up. Right hand grabs left wrist. Pull to the side. Inhale through center. Left hand grabs right wrist. Pull to the opposite side. Exhale everything down. Come to your first high plank position. Shoulders over wrist. Press into the L shapes of your palms. Send your hands deep into the mat. Press your shoulder blades high. Light on your toes. Rock it forward and back. Forward and back. Back is flat. Belly button's pulled in tight. Neutral gaze to the front of your mat. Hold it center. Lift your right leg. Point your toe. Little lifts. Lift. Lift through the smile line under your booty. Point that toe. Leg straight. Lift. Lift. Last 4, 3, 2. Switch your legs. Left leg lifts. Point your toe. Little lift. Lift. Keep your hips parallel to the mat. Send that booty low. Last 4, 3, 2. Set that foot down. Hold that high plank. Dig into that attention. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Press up, down dog. Press deep into your palms. Send your hips high. Begin to pedal out your heels. Stretch everything out. Bring your left foot to center. Right leg extends up. Point your toe for 3-legged dog. Swing that right leg through to pigeon. Right leg comes out horizontal in front of you. Left leg's extended back. If you're feeling good, go ahead and set your forearms down or extend those arms all the way out. Feel a nice stretch in your hips. Press back up onto those palms. Get yourself back to that down dog position. However that looks for you, pedal out those heels. Send your hips high, stretch everything out. Extend your left leg high, point that toe. Find your 3-legged dog. Swing your left leg through to pigeon. Left leg comes horizontally across. Extend your right leg back. Drop your forearms down to the mat or extend your arms all the way out. Stretch out your hips. And however it looks for you, find that down dog position one more time. Send your hips high, pedal out your heels. Find a nice stretch through your legs, through your calves. Prepare your body for what's to come. and come to that low plank position. Shoulders over elbows, press hard into your forearms. Neutral gaze at the front of your mat, belly button pulled in tight, booty sunk low. Run your knees, run them right and left, right and left. Tiny tap of the knee on the mat and send it straight back up. Right and left, right, hold it high. Both knees drop, down and lift, down and lift. Drop it down and lift. Last 4, 3, 2, hold it high, just hold, hold. Good, pull that belly button in tight, light on your toes. 4, 3, 2, 1, press back to child's pose, big toes lock in together. Knees to the outside of your mat. Extend your arms out long. Maybe you shake your hips side to side. Rock it forward and back. Catch your breath. Find your wide push-up position, hands on the outside of your mats. Dig your knees into your mat, pull your heels in towards your booty, point your toes, flat back, down, 2, lift, 2, down, 2, lift, 2. Press your shoulder blades back together, down, 2, lift. Take singles, drop it down and press, down and press. Goal is to get your chest all the way down to the mat and push it straight back up. Palms dug deep, hold it low, tiny pulse. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Walk your hands in. Hands directly below your chest. Bring your elbows straight back behind you. Readjust those knees. Point your toes. Dig your heels in. Down for 2. Down. 2. Lift. 2. Triceps are one of the smallest muscles in your body. Your range of movement is going to be so much smaller, and that's okay. Down. 2. Lift. Take singles. Drop it down and press. Press deep into your palms. Elbows straight back behind. Flat back. Down and press. Down. Hold it low. Tiny pulse. Pulse for 8, 7, 6. Pull that belly button in. 3, 2, 1. Woo. Grab that ball. Grab those weights. If you're at home, don't have your ball, don't have your weights, that's okay. You're going to come to a flat back position, laying all the way down your mat. Come into that hundreds position. Low back press directly into the mat. Toes pointed, tabletop position. If you have that ball, squeeze that ball between your thighs. If you have the weights, extend your arms out long on your sides. Roll your head, neck, and shoulder up. Pull everything in. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep that head, neck, and shoulder lifted the entire time. Imagine your arms are going through muddy water. It's intentional, tiny movements. If you're feeling good, drop those heels slightly down. Keep that tabletop position. Squeeze that ball. Add that reach. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Reach, reach. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Reach, reach. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Reach. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Reach. Hold it high. Extend those legs. Point those toes. Squeeze that ball. If you're feeling good, drop those legs to a 45. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Head, neck, and shoulders are lifted to that highest point. Your belly button's pulled in tight. Use your core to pull you up higher. Take the strain off your neck and use your core to lift. Exhale, add that reach. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Reach, reach. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Reach, reach. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Reach. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Reach. Lay it down, extend it out, roll it up for 4. Up, 2, 3, reach, roll it down. 2, 3, reach, roll it up. 2, 3, reach, roll it down. 2, 3, reach, roll it up. 2, 3, reach, last one, down. 2, 3, reach, roll it up. Hold it high. Arms to your side, legs in tabletop or extend them out. Squeeze that ball. Weights at your side. Inhale, 4, Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. In this position, if you're taking that up level challenge, your legs are out straight, your toes are pointed, your arms are still going through that muddy water. Imagine you have an ice cream scoop carving out your midsection. You're holding everything tight. Here we go. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, crunch, crunch. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, crunch, crunch. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, crunch, crunch. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, crunch. Hold it out. Just hold, hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your weights, drop your ball. Come onto your stomach. Lock your hands into your side, elbows into your side, palms dug into the mat. Press up for a baby cobra. Gaze at the ceiling. Find your breath. Stretch out your midsection. Press back down. Press up one more time. Gaze at the ceiling. Stretch everything out long. And swing your legs around for tricep dips. Elbows straight back behind. Palms pressed into the mat. Options here. You can leave your booty on the floor. Take it straight from the floor. You can leave your heels pulled in tight towards your booty. Go straight back like that. Or you can extend your legs long. Other option for advanced option is to take that right heel, place it on your knee. Whatever you're doing, let your biceps or your triceps do all of the work. Set yourself up. Here we go. Tap, tap, lift. Tap, tap, lift. Give your toes a wiggle. Pull everything in tight. Tap, tap, lift. Tap, tap, take singles. Drop it down and lift. Down and lift. Drop it down and lift. Down. Hold it low. Tiny pulse. Pulse. Tiny pulse. Pulse. 4, 3, 2. Switch your legs or stay right where you're at. Give your toes a wiggle. Tap, tap, lift. Here we go. Tap, tap, lift. Tap, tap, lift. Tap, tap, lift. Tap, tap, take singles. Drop it down and press. Down and press. Drop it down and press down. Hold it low. Tiny pulse, tiny pulse. Pulse for 8. You got it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. Good job, ladies. Straight into that weight section. So like I said, you can use body weight. You can use cans of soup. You can use water bottles. If you have 2 or 3 pounds at home, grab those. If you need a drink, grab one now quick. Start with your feet a little bit wider than hips with distance apart. Your weights are gonna come to your side, palms lifted. We're gonna lift straight up to that shoulder height, back down. Here we go. Lift, tap, lift, tap. Graceful movements here. Take the bounce out of it. Micro bend in those knees. Relax your shoulders. Warm everything up. Lift, lower, lift, lower. Hold it high. Bicep curls. Bring it in and press. In and press. Elbows directly out from your shoulders. If you're at home, this is a great time to check in with yourself. Maybe you do this in front of a mirror. Maybe you have one of your kiddos at home judging your form. Whatever you're doing, make sure those elbows are straight out from your shoulders. In, out, in. Hold it out. Palms face towards the screen. Lift right and left. Lift it right and left. Right and left. Pull that belly button in. Let your arms do all of that work. Right, left, right. Hold them both down. Left stays, right punches. Lift, 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 lift. Good. Fast movements here. Lift, lift, lift. Hold it low. Right stays, left lifts. Here we go. Lift, lift. Feel that burnout start to happen. Lift, lift, lift. Hold them low. Both lift and lower. Lift them up and lower. Lift and lower. Take your hips out of the equation. Arms are doing all of the work. Everything pulled in tight. Lift them up and lower. Lift and lower. Lift them up and lower. Lift. Hold them low. Arms come out in front. Make parallel lines. Elbows in as close as you can. Tiny pulse. Here we go. Pulse, pulse. Tiny pulse. Pulse, Elbows straight up from those shoulders. Check in with yourself. Tiny pulse. Pulse, pulse. Hold them neutral, hammer curls. Out and in, out and in. Good, hold strong here. I know you're at home, but you've got this. Out and in, out and in. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those weights in front. Weights face towards each other. You're finding that beach ball position. You have a micro bend in your knees. Knees are a little bit wider than hips, but distance apart. Sink that booty just a little bit lower. Find a neutral spine. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Take the swing out of this movement. It's so easy when we're going through these movements to want to involve our hips. But make it all arm work. Get everything out of it you need to. It's a tiny section of weights. Lean into the hard, lean into the grit, and you'll be so happy with those results. Lift and lower, hold it high, open, close. Open, hug that beach ball. Open, close, open, close. Drive those shoulder blades back behind you. Open, close. Out of your mind, into your body. Your arms are so much stronger than your mind thinks they are. Take your mind out of the equation. You got it. Open, close, open, hold it, close. Lift overhead to fifth. Back to neutral. Here we go. Lift it up and down. This is where that swing is really going to want to happen. Hold those arms. You got it. Open and lower. Lift and lower. Lift it up and lower. Lift and lower. You should be burning. I can see the girls in the back wanting to kill me right now. Lift, hold it low, open those arms up wide. Tiny circles, little circle, circle. Check in with yourself. Arms straight out from your shoulders. Switch directions, tiny circle. Imagine you're going around a tiny dinner plate. It's so little, but it hurts so bad. Circle, circle, circle. Hold it neutral. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo, shake it out. Send your booty back long. Micro bend in your knees. Flat back, neutral gaze at the front of your mat. You're going to send those arms straight up behind you. Arms locked out wide. Bring those weights as close as you can together. Pulse it up. Here we go. Pulse, 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 pulse. Find that neutral gaze. Check in with yourself. It's a great time at home to roll those shoulders back and down and find that possession. Pulse, tiny pulse. Pulse, tiny pulse. Pulse, pulse. Bring them in. Here we go. Pulse it in and in, and in. You're bringing those weights as close together as you can. And coming back to that neutral. In and in. Can't find it. Lift it up and in. Lift and in. Lift those arms to that highest point. Burn out your triceps. Lift. Hold it up. Flip your palms. Honey, lift. And lift. Lift. And lift. Flat back. And lift. Lift. Hold it high. Run it. Up, back, and press. Up, back, and press. Just a weighted tricep dip. You made it through those triceps before. You can make it through again, I promise. Lift and press. Lift. Hold it out. Switch the thumbs. Right and left. Right and left. Triceps should be on fire. You're almost through it. Right and left. Right. Hold them neutral. Lift up to that highest point. Come onto your toes. Sink it lower for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your weights. Right arm comes across. Tiny squeeze on that bicep. Find your breath. Extend your right arm up. Right hand comes to touch that right shoulder. Left hand comes, tiny press on that elbow. Shake it out. Left hand comes across. Tiny squeeze on that bicep. Left arm comes straight up. Left hand comes to touch that left shoulder. Tiny press on that elbow. All right, shake it out. You can either find a bar, a table, your countertop, a chair, anything that you can just keep balance on. It does not have to be a simple bar at home. Whatever you have, make use of it. We're gonna start with your left hand at the bar, right hand at your side. If you are a dancer and you wanna take that first position arm at any time, feel free to do that. We're gonna start with some calf raises, feet parallel, knees straight out towards your toes, lift and tap. Here we go, lift it up and tap, lift and tap. All of the energy flowing out through the crown of your head. Shoulders rolled back and down, flat back, lift, tap, lift. Hold it high, right leg bends, point your toe, lift your left heel. Little lift, 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 lift. Check in with those toes, make sure they're pointing parallel. Lift and lift, tiny lift, lift, lift. Switch your feet, right foot down, left foot bends. Point your toe, little lift, 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 lift. Both feet down, finish. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop both heels down, right foot comes back behind. Get a nice calf stretch. Switch sides. Warming up your calf is so important because it makes our plie sink a little bit lower, protects all of those muscles, and warms everything up for what's to come. We're going to start in that first position, heels together, toes apart. Find that little pizza slice in between your feet. Roll up onto the balls of your feet. Lock those heels together. Bend your knees. Make sure your knees are tracking out towards your toes. Your hips are pulled under. Your booty's contracted. Shoulders are rolled back and down. Here we go. Down, 2, lift, 2. As we come up, keep a slight micro bend in those knees. Down, 2, lift. Take singles. Drop it down and lift. Down and lift. Notice as I come up, my thighs never come to touch. Those thighs are engaged the entire time. I'm pressing through the balls of my feet. Down, hold it low, tiny pulse. Pulse, tiny pulse. Pulse, intentional movements this entire time. Knees always tracking out towards your toes. Shoulders rolled back. Imagine you're going down a flat wall behind you. Down, hold it low, press the knees back and back, back and back. Press those knees to that farthest point back and bring them back to neutral. Back and back, back. Hold it low, tuck the hips, tuck and tuck. Squeeze that booty the entire time. Tuck, 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 tuck it right, right, right. Sink lower in that plie, right and right. Switch left, left, left. We're gonna combine that and we're gonna travel down for 2. Here we go. Right, left, lift, lift. Tuck it right, left, lift, lift. If your legs are not burning, you are not sinking low enough. Even though you're at home, challenge yourself. Right, left, lift. Last one, hold it low. Sink it lower, lift those arms. Hold for 10. Sink it lower, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to that parallel position. Face your bar. Light grip on your bar. Toes pointed forward. Knees are tracking out towards those toes. Again, you're going to have that flat back position. Shoulders are rolled back and down. All of the energy flowing out through the top of your head. Roll onto the balls of your feet. Sink your knees. Notice how my hips are pulled under. My booty's contracted the entire time. Down for 2. Down, 2, lift, 2. Again, don't straighten those legs. Challenge yourself. Engage your thighs the entire time. Lift, take singles, drop it down and press. Down and press. I know you're burning. I am too. Down and press. Drop it down and press. Down, hold it low, drop it down inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, the dreaded inch. Down and lift. Now if you're at home, I want you to picture a 1 inch on a ruler. And then when you picture that, cut it in half. Because even though your mind thinks it's an inch, it's not. Down, hold it low, lift those arms. Woo! Hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Right hand at the bar, left hand at your side. Because this is a video, you can take it at whatever pace you want. If you need breaks in between to stretch, please take those. All right, so right hand at the bar, left hand at your side. Find that wide second position. Heels dug into the mat, toes pointed out. You're gonna bend your knees. Knees track out towards your toes, hips pulled under, booty contracted. Imagine your thighs are going parallel straight down to the mat. Down for 2. Here we go. Down, 2, lift, 2. How we doing, girls? Fantastic. Woo! Sunday energy. I love it. Lift, take singles, drop it down, and lift. Another one of those movements we don't want to stand completely up. Press those knees back so they're tracking out towards your toes. Squeeze that booty. Down, lift, down. Hold it low. Run the heels right and left, right and left. Sink it lower. Lift those heels higher. You got it. Right and left, right. Hold that right heel high. Sink it lower. Press just the right knee. Press it back and back. Tuck that hip under. Squeeze that booty. Switch legs. Left heel lifts. Tiny press. Press. Tiny press. I bet you guys all know where we're headed. Lift both heels up. Press the knees. Press them back. This is a really hard movement. Press. Hold the knees. Sink it lower. Lift the heels higher. Sink it low. For 10, 9, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, if you're at home and you want to take that stretching portion, pause this video, go to the stretch. If you're at home and you want to keep going, you're in for a fast workout, come down to your mat. We're going to go straight into that booty section. I'm going to turn to the side. I think that's how you guys will see it better. We're going to come right into that tabletop position. So notice here how my back is rounded. I want you to press those palms in. You should have your shoulder blades lifted. Neutral gaze the front of your mat. Notice my hips are both pointed down. Then we're going to extend that right leg back. So my leg isn't all the way up here and it's not all the way down here. It's coming straight up from my booty. I'm pressing those palms in. Lift and tap. Here we go. Lift it up. Tap. Lift. Tap. Beautiful, girls. Lift. Tap. Lift. Tap through the duration of this. Check in with your hips. You're going to get the most out of that booty movement if those hips are both pointed down. Lift. Tap. Lift. Hold it high. Tiny pulse. Pulse. Toes pointed. Legs straight. Bellies engaged. Lift. 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 Pulse it into the midline. In and in. Right toes just coming slightly over that left foot. Booty's engaged. In and in. In. Combine it. Lift it up and in. Lift and in. Find that capital L shape with that big toe. Engage that leg. Engage that booty. Lift and in. Lift. Hold it high. Flex that foot. Tiny bend. Extend. Bend. Extend. In class, I always preach. It's a 10% soft and a 90% press of that heel. This is a great time to see how tiny that movement truly is. In and press. In. Hold that press. Flex that foot. Bend that leg to 90 donkey kicks. Down. Lift. Down. Lift. Goal is to get that knee straight up from that booty. Send that foot all the way up to the ceiling. Down, lift, down, hold it high, tiny pulse. Stop that ceiling. Beautiful form, girls. Check in with those hips. Tiny pulse, pulse, pulse into the midline. Bring it in and in. Right knee travels slightly over that left foot. In, combine it, lift it up and in. Lift and in, lift it up and in. Lift and in, hold it high. Bring that leg down to meet the other leg. Keep that foot flexed, readjust those hips. Fire hydrants, lift to the side, lift it up and tap. Lift and tap. You're trying to bring that knee straight up from that hip. It's natural in this movement for that right hip to come up just slightly. Lift, tap, lift, hold it high, tiny pulse, pulse, tiny pulse. Knees coming straight up from that hip, foot's flexed. Pulse, tiny pulse, press it back, back, press it back. Stomp that person behind you. combine it, lift it up, press it back. Lift and press, lift it up and press. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and pause the video and take a figure 4 position if you need it. Otherwise, press back into that tabletop position. Reposition your hips, press your palms in, extend that left leg out behind you, point that toe. Here we go, lift it up and tap. Lift and tap. Good. Intentional movement. Take the swing out of that leg. Lift it up and tap. Lift and tap. Lift it up and tap. Lift. Hold it high. Tiny pulse. Pulse. Tiny pulse. Point that toe. Engage that leg. Squeeze that booty. Tiny pulse. 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 Bring it into the midline. In and in. Beautiful. Press through your palms. Shoulder blades pressed high. Flat back. In and in. Combine it. Lift it up. Bring it in. Lift and in. Tiny lift. And in. Lift. And in. Capital L with that big toe. Hips pointed down. Lift and in. Lift it up. Hold it high. Flex that foot. Tiny bend and press. Bend and press. Send that heel back as hard as you can behind you. Tiny soften of that knee. Bend. Press. Bend. Hold it out. Hold that flex. Bend that knee to 90. Donkey kicks. Down. Lift. Down. Lift. Press those palms in. Hips pointed down. Down and lift. Down and lift. Right glute should be on fire. It's taking 90% of that weight. Down. Hold it high. Tiny pulse. Pulse. Stomp that ceiling. Foot's not just flexed to make it look good. It's there to engage all those muscles. And lift. Lift. Bring it into the midline. In and in. Should be getting sweaty at this point. I'm guessing the girls behind me are. In and in. In. Combine it. Lift it up. Bring it in. Lift. And in. You got it. Find that intention. This is where it gets hard. Lift and in. Lift. Hold it high. Bring that knee down to touch that other knee. Reposition those palms. Find that flex in your foot. Fire hydrants. Lift it up and tap. Lift and tap. Knees coming straight out from that hip. Lift, tap, lift, tap. Neutral gaze in the front. Hold it high. Tiny pulse. Pulse. Hold that flex. Tiny pulse. 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 Wrap it back. Here we go. Back and back. Back and back. Flex that foot. Back. Combine it. Lift it up. Press it back. You're almost through it. Lift and press. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take that figure 4 on the other side if you need it. Otherwise, roll all the way down for abs. I think the best positioning here is to bring you guys down just a little bit. Maybe not. We're gonna bring you all the way down to the floor. It's probably not gonna be the best angle of me, but for you guys, we're gonna make it work. All right, so we're gonna lay all the way down on our back. There we go. Okay, all the way down your back. Press your low back into the mat. Extend your legs straight out. Now bring your left leg all the way up. Bring your right knee to a tabletop position. Left shoulder, right knee, lift it up. Here we go. Lift, tap, lift, tap. Your right shoulder stays planted. Your left lifts. Tap, lift, tap, lift it up. Tap, hold it up. Left leg drops, down and lift, down and lift. Goal is to get that left leg all the way out from your hip. The lower you drop it, the harder it is. Point that toe, leg stay straight. Lift, down and lift. Drop it down and lift, down. Hold it high. Switch your legs. Left leg bends, right leg lifts. right shoulder, or right elbow, left knee. Here we go. Lift it up and tap. Lift and tap. Point your toe. If you're feeling good, drop that right leg down to a 45. Lift and tap. Lift, hold it up, right leg drops. Drop it down and lift. Down and lift. You got it. Point that toe. The lower you keep it, the harder it is. Engage everything. Down, hold it high. Bring that leg into a tabletop. Take bicycles, run it right and left, right and left. Again, the lower you drop those legs, the harder it is. Right and left for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold both legs out, roll up onto your forearms, or your hands. Let's do forearms. Extend those legs out. Scissor kicks. Right, left, right, left. How we doing, ladies?
I'm not on camera.
Right, left, right. Hold them out. Bring them in. Extend them out. In, press. In, press. For 10, 9. After this, you're all done. Out of your mind, into your body. Imagine how dang good you're going to feel in that bikini this summer. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your heels all the way down to the mat. Send your shoulder blades into the mat. Relax your head down. If you have a low pony, go ahead and pull that out. Send your hips high. Lift that first vertebrae. Squeeze that booty. Tuck it up, up. Knees are tracked out towards your toes. You're engaging that booty the entire time. Tuck, hold it high, run the heels, right and left, right and left. You're lifting those heels to that highest point. Right and left, right. Both heels lift, tuck, tuck, tiny tuck, tuck. I'm sure this angle is making you able to see that my booty's engaged the entire time. By doing this, you're never giving that booty a break. You're engaging that burnout. Tuck, hold it high, tuck it right, 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 right. Notice my left glute is still engaged. My right's doing all of the work. Tuck, tuck, switch it left, tuck it left, 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 tuck it left. Hold those heel eyes. Left, alternate, tuck it right and left, right and left. Knees are still tracking out towards your toes. Good, right and left, right. Hold it high, tiny circle, circle, tiny circle. Move those hips. Circle, switch directions, tiny circle, circle, circle. Should start to feel the burn. Circle, hold it high, tuck it center. Tuck, 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 tiny tuck, tuck, tuck. Speed it up. Here we go. Tuck, tuck, tuck for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold and squeeze. Squeeze it tight. Lift those heels. Hold, hold. Good. Squeeze it in. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job, ladies. Thanks for taking this at-home video. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message. Have a good day.